How you all doing? It's Rudy here. Right, behaviourism. What is behaviourism? The theory that psychology can be objectively studied through observable action. Yeah, classical conditioning, operant conditioning. See all this social distancing? It's also doing this with us. It's psychology. It's doing a psychology, removing us from each other. It's separating us from nature. I don't know what it is, right? But everything, they synthesise everything they possibly can. They make a copy of it, they synthesise it. So I don't know, but they do it with everything. I noticed this a while ago, but I didn't piece it together that they're doing it with absolutely every aspect of life. At first I just looked with products, they were doing it with like disinfectant. It's always pine smelling, isn't it? Well, because that's pine is nature's disinfectant. Everything they make, they're in nature already. We already have it, well, in some form. It's crazy this world we've got. Like, I always I always read about billions of flip-flops washing up because they float and last for fucking ages. You know them cheap rubber flip-flops? They fall off your feet easily. Thongs, they call them in Australia or whatever. And this, right, and also what I'm saying is, do you know, like, I've gone about Bentham's panopticon, and we're getting a virtual panopticon, like a panopticon prison, where just one guy, then he can see into all the cells. Yeah, I've shown it often enough, but that's what we've got, a virtual version of that in life with the electrical technology we've got. And in the same way that that's been reversed and been used on the, you know, the macro, the huge scale, this operant conditioning is also being, but it's also, in my opinion, and there's others saying it as well, being used to train recognition software and such, software that it's going to know us better than we know ourselves, just by the way we fucking walk and our, sorry about my language, and our temperatures. Look, these are all these studies they've done on behaviourism and stuff, so changing people's behaviours is really difficult, yeah? And they've done it the stroke of a hat. And they've done it all, and they're doing it for a period of time, so it's having an impact on every living creature, whether you know it or not. But they're fucking with your mind as well, and no one's commenting on that. Apart from what about all the poor people who are dying alone? Why aren't they putting, like, visitors in these rubber balls then, while they've been sanitised, and they can go in a rubber ball and spend the last final hours with someone who's dying? Why is no one doing that? It's because they're separating us from humanity. All that is natural, they're removing. All this is at work, all these structures you see here, this is all at work. And they've studied this stuff now for like 100 years. They know what they're doing now. And they're doing it en masse. And you still get people on Facebook saying, oh, we have to carry on, just fucking swallowing the shit sandwich whole. And people going on, but it's only a bit of a lockdown, this ain't even a lockdown, people still going to barbecues. You know, just, like, not seeing the overall picture, but, like, where the dumbass is, because, oh, it's so annoying how they've managed to split people with this medical mafia. Because everybody's got someone on the front line, and it's like you're spat in the face if you question it. It's like you've gone out, got COVID, and gone spitting in people's face on purpose if you even ask about it, or question any part of what they're fucking actually doing. Look at all these models of behaviourism, and they're fucking me all. So what's going to be the end result of this, what they're doing with us? But like I say, I think it's also like Bentham's, like the camera looking out of Bentham's case. They're also using us walking all like 2 metres apart and all that. Well, AI or whatever you want to call it is learning about humans. It's slowed us down for it to learn it. In a bit, they won't need to slow that because it'll be able to cope with whatever speed. It'll be faster than us. It already is, but they're just learning every aspect of us. And if they can get us all to behave in a certain way, it makes it easier for the computing to learn faster. And that's what's going on here. They don't need facial recognition anymore. As soon as I knew that facial recognition in airports, right, I knew it was old hat. As soon as they admitted it was an airport, that's when you know something's old hat. When you know about it, that's when they admit it. It's when you know they've got something else as well. They always have cards up their sleeves. I'm not saying they're way ahead like some people say, oh, they're 100 years in advance and they have ships that can fly to Venus and back in half an hour. I'm not saying that. I don't believe that travel works like that and time travel works like that anyway. I think it's realms. And maybe we could travel realms once over. If we tried it, we could. I know we could. And I don't know, we've been trapped here. Someone's either trapped us, we've either been bewitched or trapped, or we've trapped ourselves or something. I don't know but the answers, but I know how it feels. It feels like we're trapped here and others got out, maybe the giants and the rest of it, they managed to slip round. And we just had the last few who were left, you know what you see knocking about in the photographs, maybe most of them transcended realms and got away. I like to think so anyway. It gives me hope that maybe we will learn how to do it again. And we can turn what's slowly turned into a dystopian world back into the place of nature and beauty that it should be. Nature's not always kind, and there's like someone like mentioned yin yang today, and I know it's not just duality and that, but I know nature's harsh and unreal and all that, but we're not meant to be controlling nature, we're meant to be working with it. We stopped working with nature and started working against it. We made nature the enemy, especially like in America, like the Florida Everglades. That's one that sticks in my mind. That's when they turned nature into the enemy. It was man's beating nature to take back this land. They did it in Holland, didn't they? But I don't know, something about the Everglades what were totally different. They're a big scam as well, weren't they? There was all sorts. The place is crazy now, isn't it? But yeah, there's a lot of this social behaviourism going on, and it's having an effect, and it's going to leave its mark on society. And we're not doing the generations to come any favours by sitting back. We're the last generation, but we'll know life before the internet. We'll know what it meant to go outside and fucking play army, or, you know, play army. Shows how fucked up we were, doesn't it? Yeah, the social distancing and all the rest of it, it's gonna have an impact, and they're changing us. Look how they make it all nice and colourful, because they've all got hands in grants or whatever. It's all ka-ching, 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 you know. If you don't say what the rest of them are saying, or you say something what doesn't fit in, it goes against the earning potential of any of the others, you don't get heard, or you just get ruined and destroyed. How does that give room for any growth of thought, or how's that in any way benevolent for mankind? It's not. All we're doing now is serving corporations. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? And that's what they're separating, they're taking that away from us. I don't know if it's this transhumanism man merging into machine shit or what, I don't know. But it seems like that's the case. They're changing us as a species totally, so that the earth doesn't matter. The earth's just something to be used and abused and shat upon. That's like the likes of Elon Musk and all that. That's how they look at it. It's just there to be. It's just a commodity. We need to start looking after each other again.